Jump, Frog, Jump by Robert Callan, pictures by Byron Barton. So as I'm looking at the cover, I notice that the book is going to be maybe mostly about the frog because it says frog in the title, but I notice that there's lots of other animals there too. So I'm thinking that maybe this book will tell us about different ways that animals move, like the frog jumps, and maybe it will tell us that the fish swims and the fly flies. Let's find out and see what happens. This is the fly that climbed out of the water. This is the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog catch the fly? Jump, frog, jump! This is the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. I'm noticing that this book kind of repeats, kind of like there was an old lady who swallowed a fly, but different. How did the frog get away? Jump, frog, jump! This is the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? What do you think? I think he's going to jump. Jump, frog, jump! This is the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? I wonder if he's going to keep jumping. I think he is. Jump, frog, jump! This is the net that wrapped around the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Jump, frog, jump! These are the kids who picked up the net that wrapped around the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Jump, frog, jump! This is the basket put over the frog by the kids who picked up the net that wrapped around the turtle that slid into the pond and ate the snake that dropped from a branch and swallowed the fish that swam after the frog that was under the fly that climbed out of the water. How did the frog get away? Shh. Jump, frog, jump! That's the end. As a reader, sometimes when I'm done with a story, I like to ask myself some questions to make sure I really understood the story well. So one of the things that surprised me in this book is I thought that the frog was going to keep jumping and get away. And when it got to this part, it said, how did the frog get away? I thought it was going to say jump, frog, jump, and he was going to knock over the basket. But instead, it says, shh. Made me wonder, why is the little boy saying, shh? But I found out on the next page, it's because he was the one letting the frog go. It made me really think about it, if he ever really wanted to catch that frog to start with. So now I'm thinking a little bit more about the characters. In this book, there were some animal characters. Who were the characters? There's a fly, a snake, a fish, a turtle, and then the kids, and of course the frog. Who are the main characters? I would say the ones who did the most things. So the frog and this little boy right here. So now I'm going to think a little bit more about this little boy and how he's feeling. How is he feeling? He's saying, shh. Why do you think he's saying that? Who is he trying to keep a secret from? let's look back in the book and see if we can figure out how the characters are feeling. So we're going to look at just the humans in the story. So here they come. And I'm checking out their faces. They look kind of surprised by the frog and curious, and they all look kind of the same to me. And then on this page, I notice that there's 3 kids. 2 are using the net, but this one, the one who says shh, is not. And then I notice over here that he's carrying the basket, he's getting out to go after the frog, and the frog looks scared. And he's kind of just there, he's not really doing anything to help out. And he's the last one out of the boat over here. He has the basket and he's jumping. Doesn't quite look like he's really trying to catch the frog. It is those 2 boys that catch the frog. And he's coming up behind them. And then they walk away. He looks kind of surprised there. And here, when they're catching the turtle, he looks a little bit sad or worried maybe. And when he says shh, they have their backs. That makes me think that he didn't really want to catch the frog at all. But he didn't want to let the other boys know that he didn't want to do that. So he quietly let the frog go. So I was thinking about this part too, the words, because on the other pages it always said jump frog, jump really big in yellow. But on this page it looks different. Why would the author and illustrator make this page so different? I think they wanted to make sure that we knew as readers that jump frog, jump weren't just the words to the story, they were the words of the little boy. So they made them in a speech bubble for us so that we could understand the story really well. As you're reading other books, try to think about some questions that you have and look for clues in the pictures and in the words. Enjoy reading.